just don't get around. But there's something about you I like, about you I like.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name's Amanda. I first started this channel to do just some cleaning or just lifestyle things, a makeover here and there, and I just kind of got wrapped up in the makeover niche. I started out by doing a few things to my own home, and then I did a few things for my mom. I then moved to my aunt's and basically redid her whole house, including gutting a bathroom. So if y'all haven't seen that, go watch that. And it has been a journey. It's been a learning process for sure. I always include my devotionals at the end of my videos, or I try to, or at least a picture, but I like to do that just because those devotionals every day are so relatable to me, because I'm a real person and I have real struggles. My husband and I separated about a year and a half ago, and I've been through a lot of hurt and a lot of disappointment, yet a lot of blessings along the way too. I have found that God is so much sweeter in the valley than any other time in my life, and I feel like sometimes He puts me there so I can learn to depend on Him 100% all over again. And it's a process. I'm not perfect at all, by no means. None of my makeovers are perfect, but I'm just real. This is just who I am. I just thought I would tell a little bit about myself because I know I've got some new subs here, and that is basically it. Alden and I were to a point to where we couldn't be in the same room without it ended up being a fuss, or my kids holding their ears or crying. It was just toxic, and we took a break, and I will say that we get along great now. Yes, we still have times that we are at each other. He works a lot of hours to help me and the kids, and he's tired and he's hateful, and at the same time, there's times that I'm working from 6 o'clock in the morning till 10 or 11 o'clock at night, or later sometimes, by the time I do the makeovers and edit and put this up for you. And I know I'm not fun to be around sometimes too. And it's life, and I just want those that feel like their life is not perfect or they're struggling. You're not alone. I struggle. I have dark days. I've been through depression. I've been overweight. I've been lazy. I've felt like my whole world was turned upside down. I've been knocked flat on my back, and it's not fun. And know that you're not alone. I will say God is good, and He will always be there for you. There's not one day, not one single day I can look back and say God wasn't there for me on that day. Where was He? I can't say that. He's always been so good to me. But this is just a little bit of my testimony, I guess, and where I've been and how I've got to where I'm at now. And I just feel like this channel kind of took off, and it's helped so many people. And I know that I'm not for everyone. If your marriage is perfect and your home is perfect, you've got it all together, this probably ain't the channel for you. I could name a few that is for you if you want to go check those out, but that's not me. That's not me at all. So if you want to see somebody try to make things better, not perfect by no means, then I'm here for it if you're here for it. I will do this until God tells me to stop. When He tells me to stop or leads me in another direction, I will go. I've learned to completely depend on Him and always ask for guidance and go where He leads, because if I try to do it Amanda's way, I make a mess of it. So anyway, I'm at my brother's, and I am starting to paint this board and batten backsplash. I sanded down a few spots where I had caulked, or just a rough spot where those yardsticks meet, something like that. But I just wanted to give this a coat of paint and see what it was going to look like. It's kind of odd looking until you get paint on it. But this paint, someone asked me to share what paint I used, and this is Bear, and it is in the color Tundra Frost. So it's a white with a hint of gray. You can't really tell it's got a hint of gray until you put a white up next to it. On the countertops, that's the same color I used, and the gray in that is the Armory. I just spread some veins through that. I got frustrated and started rolling white paint over it, and it kind of looked good, so we just left it for now. He probably is going to get new countertops, but, for the time being, he would like to get his bathroom, so if we can save him any money in the kitchen, we can sink it into the bathroom, and his bathroom really needs it. So that is what I'm doing here. So anyway, if you're new, I'm glad you're here. Glad you decided to stick around. We are a bunch of crazy, and we are just real, and I'm not for everyone. I may get on your nerves because I get on my own nerves sometimes, but if you're here for it, I'm here for it, and I appreciate those that are.
Be alright, be alright, be alright. Yeah, I know you'll be alright. We are closer now than ever. You have the time of your life every single night. The confetti's raining down. You put your hands to the sky, center of the crowd. You're the talk of the town. And I tell myself I don't want that. What glitters isn't gold. I tell myself I don't need it, 'cause I'm fine on my own. But I hate being on the outside looking through a window. I say I don't want it, but I'm so full of it. I wanna be the life of the party. I wanna dance with somebody. Be ooh, 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 ooh. I wanna be the life of the party. I wanna hold on to somebody. Be ooh, 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 ooh. Living your life through a lens, perfect pretty.
I've never used board and batten as a backsplash, but he had quite a few imperfections on that wall, and I was going to have to fix those, sand those down, all that. So I had all kinds of yardsticks in the back of my car, and I thought, I wonder what it would look like as a backsplash. So I Googled some images, and I thought it looked pretty neat. I tried to space these battens out the same distance apart, but I did try to measure it out so that the batten strip would go over some of the biggest imperfections. So that worked out well. After I got it painted white, I thought it looked really good.
Tell me, why'd you have to go and drive me so crazy? Now I'm feeling lost without you, and I just can't be without you, baby. Want you all night long, want you all night long. Tell me, why'd you have to go and drive me so crazy? Now I'm feeling lost without you, and I just can't be without you, baby. Want you all night long.
Heather had went over the facings of these cabinets with a sander just real lightly. Then she applied liquid sandpaper. When that dried, I went over with a primer. I cannot remember the name of the primer that I used. Shonda, my brother's girlfriend, had actually given me this primer, and I can't remember the name of it. The next time I'm over there, I will show a picture of it or tell you what it is, whatever, but it worked really well. So that's how we prepped the cabinets. We went over everything lightly with a sander, liquid sandpaper, and then primer. And he wanted to go with dark cabinets. I know all of my blue cabinet hopes and dreams went down the drain. And yeah, so he wanted the dark cabinets, and they do look really good. I do really like them. So it is a gray, but it's a dark gray. It's actually Bear cabinet paint, and it is in the color licorice. So you'll see that in a few minutes. But I do think it looks really good. He wanted the same color on top as on bottom. So all of my two-tone dreams went down the drain as well. I'm big on two-tone cabinets. I love a lighter color up top, a darker color on the bottom. I just think that contrast pops, but it's not for everybody. I always suggest what I think would look good, but at the end of the day, it's their home and they're the one that lives in it, and what they decide, that's what I do. So, you know, I know a lot of people will tell me, oh, it would have looked better this color or that color or whatever, but this is his home and I have to respect the homeowner. I'm doing the project for them ultimately. But this is the color he went with, and I do think it turned out really good. I think it's really pretty, especially with that white board and batten on the back. I think those cabinets are going to pop off that. And If he does replace his counters, he's going to get counters from Home Depot, and they look kind of like this. Of course, they look way better. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of these countertops. I think I could have probably practiced and did a better job, but he likes them. That's all that matters. And, ultimately, we're not big, showy people. We don't invite friends over and have this big model magazine home. We don't have all that. We're just plain people. We don't care if it's functional and it looks better. That's just all we strive for.
Have you staying? What is this game you're playing? Even if it hurts with time, we were never meant to fight. Something at the finish line. Stay, stay, stay. Even if we're short on time, at least we'll never wonder why this love was so hard to find. Stay, stay, stay. Lights down low, still wondering what you're saying.
I'm going to go back over the trim on these cabinets, like where the wall meets the cabinet. My paint brushes had dried out. I forgot to wash my favorite one out, so it was stiff and trash, basically. So Lexi was at Hobby Lobby getting some yarn to make a blanket. While she was there, I asked her if she would grab me some paintbrushes. So when she FaceTimed me and showed me the paintbrushes, it looked like what I had, but when she got it home, it was just super slick bristles. So my paintbrush was sliding into the wall all over the place on these cabinets. So I'm going to have to get just a normal paintbrush like I use. I love the 1-inch angled paintbrush. If you're trimming something out, always get an angled paintbrush because you can put the very tip of that against your border and you can just glide straight down with it. It works out so well. And I just get just a normal paintbrush from like Lowe's or Home Depot. I think they're around $8, but I love the 1-inch angled to trim with. But how cute is little mama sitting over there knitting? She is 17 weeks pregnant, so she's so excited. Her next appointment is an anatomy scan, so she'll get to see baby again. So exciting. But she had came over to spend the night with Allison. Her and Allison are extremely close. Allison was born, Lexi was 10. So that's Lexi's little baby. I mean, she was like second mama. She was old enough that I could go take a shower or something and she could keep an eye on the baby for 10 minutes for me. So she was always a big, huge help to me. And with that being said, her and Allison are very close. When Lexi got married, Allison cried. I'll insert a picture here. It was the sweetest thing. But she does make a point to come and see Allison and to do things with her and spend some time with her. So I do appreciate that. I love the relationship that all of my kids have. They do argue and bicker back and forth, and they can say whatever they want to each other. But if somebody else says something to one of them, they have their back. They're ready to go to war. So they do have a close relationship, and they all have just a different special bond, and I love that. It was hard raising 4 kids, especially when it was birthdays and Christmas and school supplies and all that. And if you've got kids, but having 4, it was tough. I mean, I remember the struggle. So I know all summer long, I would pick up maybe one school supply list one week, one the next, and so on. I just had to space it out. And if my kids got new shoes, they all didn't get new shoes. They got what they needed at the time that they needed it. That's how we had to do. And they shared bedrooms. They were 2 and 2 in bedrooms. They didn't have their own room. They didn't grow up in a huge, enormous, fancy house. We just had a modest little home, and it worked. I know back in the old days, people would raise 10 kids and there'd be 3 or 4 in a bedroom. That's fine. Do what you got to do. You do you. Everybody's life's different. Some people have a better start in life and they have better jobs, better paying jobs, whatever, and they can do more for their kids. But if you feel like you're not enough as a parent, as a mama, as a daddy, whoever you are here listening, if you feel like you're not enough, that you can't give your kids everything everybody else's kids have, I promise you they're not going to remember that you didn't buy them this or that when everybody else had it. They're going to remember the things you did with them. I know one of the most memorable moments my kids have is Alden was mowing the yard one time, and I told him, I said, just run and jump in the pool, like clothes and all, shoes and all, just go run and jump in the pool. The kids were swimming. And he was like, no. And I said, listen, that's what your kids are going to remember the most. And they'll still talk about it to this day, their dad parking the lawnmower and running and jumping in the pool with his clothes on. So, just be present. Listen to them. I know my kids get in the car every day, or just Allison now gets in the car every day, and she has a story to tell me, or what this one did or that one did, or something funny that someone did in class or whatever. And those times are important. And I do get caught up in working and filming and editing. And a lot of times I'll be going down the road and Allison's told me a story and I couldn't tell you what she said, period. And I try to just be more intentional now, to be present when she tells me those things, because it's little things to us, but it's big things to them. Back to the cabinets. I always paint underneath the cabinets. I did not paint underneath my own, and that bugs me. I need to go do that when I get time to do something to my own house, but I wish I had painted underneath my cabinets. So if you're going to paint your cabinets, definitely paint underneath them. I didn't really think it was a big deal, and it may not be to some, but I know when I set my camera on my counter, if I'm filming or something, you can see up under those cabinets and it looks terrible. So I really wish I'd painted up under mine for sure.
'Cause I remember everything you did and everything I became out of like a no. So why are you doing this tonight? You always know how to get me sentimental. You always say the right things, like you're pushing me away, then you pull me back in, like I'm your lady, but then you just stop trying. You push away, then when I go all in, like you afraid of what might happen if you're trying. I'm already done with this game, so I might just be honest with that. I'm pushing you away, then you pull me back in, like I'm your lady, but then you just stop trying. Then you just stop trying. Always say the right things, like you're pushing me away, then you pull me back in, like I'm your lady, but then you just stop trying. You push away, then when I go all in, like you afraid of what might happen if you're trying. I'm already done with this game, so I might just be honest with that. I'm pushing you away, then you pull me back in, like I'm your lady, but then you just stop. I'm driving, you're smiling, just really doing nothing. That's the thing I like about you.
We wasn't out here a long time on this day. There were places in these batten strips after I painted that I just went back and touched up with caulk here and there just to make it seamless. But we did get the top cabinets, the facings painted, and then Heather got a couple of the doors painted. I'll insert a picture at the end because I forgot to do an overview. It was just a crazy hectic day. They were in and out, and it's just, there was a lot of talking. I had like 30 minutes at a time of just footage that was just us standing there talking. So I tried to weed all that out, but a little bit is better than nothing, so I'll take it. Shonda said that she needed to go through her Christmas stuff, and she said she's a huge Christmas decorator, and if y'all seen her home tour, I'm sure you can understand why, but she's a huge Christmas person. I said, oh, we are too. We've got like 6 or 7 totes. We do like a Grinch dining room and then a 12-foot pretty tree and all this stuff, and she said, yeah, I've got 24 totes of Christmas stuff. And I was like, oh my gosh. And she said, would you help me decorate and film it? And I was like, absolutely. Yeah, they would love that. So I love seeing different people decorate. It just gives you ideas, and I just love it. But I'm going to go ahead and read my devotional to you guys today. And once again, when I woke up and seen this one and read it, it was very much needed for me on this day. But today's is Peaceful Friendships. Let us try to do what makes peace and helps one another. Romans 14:19. Relationships are hard work and sometimes very messy. It takes time and effort to keep them strong and healthy. In difficult relationships, we wonder if it's worth the effort, especially if the conflict lies in differences of opinions and a clash of personalities. Our relationships with one another are a priority to God. He cares deeply about how we love and interact with each other, and it grieves Him to see fighting and hurt between us. What is important to Him should also be important to us. Keeping peace can be difficult. We need to reach deep down inside to find forgiveness and grace. God knows and understands how complex and difficult relationships are. He asks us to work on them anyway. We have to look to Him as an example. Our words are powerful. They can be used as a tool for peace and encouragement or as a weapon to cut down and cause turmoil and pain. If we are willing to use our words to build each other up and focus on instilling love and value, we are glorifying God and pleasing Him. Is there anyone in your life today that you could extend love, forgiveness, and peace to? I think all of us at some point can relate to that devotional. There are so many times in my life, just over the past couple of days actually, that I could have extended love and grace to and maybe tried to explain from my point of view a little more nicely than I did, and I'm going to work on that. But I think all of us could do that. I think all of us have lashed out and said things we didn't mean, and we could have handled situations a little differently. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Those cabinets are looking good, I think. I think that's going to be a pretty color. But just remember, I love you. I'm so grateful you're here, and I truly mean that. I do. I read all of your comments. I do not have the time to answer y'all back. I really don't. Most of the time, I'm painting or doing something, and Heather or Lexi or somebody's reading me the comments, and we talk about all of your suggestions and all that, and we do appreciate every single comment, and I do read them. Thank you, Anna, for sending wipes to Lexi. She sent a huge box of wipes to my P.O. box for Lexi. I appreciate that so much. That put the biggest smile on her face, and she said thank you, and she appreciates that. And if you guys have not checked out her channel is Life on Purpose with Anna. Go check her out. I know she'd appreciate that. But I love you guys. Jesus loves you guys no matter what. No matter how you've lashed out or what you've done. He knows we're not perfect. That's why He went to the cross for us. But all we can do is try again the next day. If you woke up this morning, He woke you up with a reason, with a purpose, and we can just try to do better today. That's all we can do. But thank you guys for watching. Jesus loves you. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one.
Wandering and fading, I know there is something more than this. I think I am ready for doing some changing. Oh God, there is something more than this. You can have all the world. I wanna be a shining light, that shows through the darkness, a fire burning in the night, be a hope for the world so broken, be a friend to the lonely, the joy that He showed me, make the broken things new. Yeah, I'm the only hope for you and I wanna have the heart of Jesus. Yeah, of the broken, I know they were made for more than this. I see all the fire and smoke, and their hearts are losing hope. Yeah, I know it's hard. I wanna be a shining light, live a life that shows through the darkness, a fire burning in the night, a hope for a world so broken, be a friend to the lonely, the joy that He showed me, make the broken things new. Yeah, a fire burning in the night. Be a hope for a world so broken. Be a friend to the lonely, the joy that he showed me. Make